Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And in these episodes, we're going to explore on the best or the correct way to use the terrain tool, including how to fix if you mistakenly click on the shifting terrain tool and make a mess on your plot of land. Before we get into it, please subscribe, likes, and comments. It will help me a lot and supporting my channel so I can continue to create contents like this. Now, let's start our ride. To access the terraforming or the terrain tool, you just click on the landscaping menu next to the bulldozer, and you can see here there are four types of tool. The the second tool is the shift terrain tool, and we'll start from here. So to use it, you just need to left click or right click. Left will increase the size of your plot, and right will decrease the size of your land plot. Now you can see on the left there are brush size and brush strength. Brush size obviously you know is the size, but the strength is something more important. You see here with the same brush size, I can only get a very little of increase or decrease because the brush strength right now is put on a 20%, and you can see a lot of difference from here. Brush size 20 or even 10 are my favorite because you can see here when you build a key wall and you want to remove the excess of land, if you use let's say size 40, you can see that it actually will spill over to the other side that you don't want to touch. Now if you use 10, that's the best, but sometimes I use 20. It's easier to remove everything, and then I resize to 10 and I will brush on the land side. Well, that's just a preference, and whatever you use, it's always better to use 10 or 20 when building a key wall. Now let's talk about the first tool, which is the level terrain tool. To use it, this is the easiest tool to use. Just right click on the height that you want and then left click, and you are done. Now the fourth tool, which is the slope terrain tool, is a bit tricky. So to use it, you are right clicking on the height that you want, and then you left click on the land that you want to start the slope. By the way, each line here represents about 1 meter. So if let's say you want to have a 5 meter, then you just count to five lines and left click on the start of the slope that you want, and you're done. It's easy, not too complicated. Now the third one here is the soften terrain tool, and it's quite easy. You just need to use the left click and it will soften your land. See, it's easy, right? Nothing too difficult, not rocket science. But if you have something like this, it's actually not a good one for the soften terrain tool. You use the level terrain tool and it's much easier. You can see here that it actually level the terrain in no time. Now let's try to put it into a good use. So let's say you want to make a small bridge like this with a road underneath it. It's not that difficult. First, you just need to drop the land to about 5 meters deep, where the lower road will be placed, and then you just use the level terrain tool and drag it across from end to end on where the road you want to place. Now use the slope tool and you right click on the roundabout, and then you can move it from about 1/3 of it. And the same with the other end of the road. So you want to right click on the road there, then you left click. So it will make a nice slope. Now once done, we might need to do some preparations for the overpass bridge. So to do that, just build a bit of land here, and then use the level terrain tool and select about 4 to 5 meters, and then you want to increase the land by the side of the road, and use the slope terrain tool and create a nice slope, something like this. Now when you're done, you just need to place your route. I think the slope is actually too wide, so I will narrow it a bit. I will fix it before we continue to the next step. Now let's flatten the road, and you can see here the under road have the retainer wall, and it looks nice. Now once done, all you need to do is do the slope and build the road on each side of the slope before you build the bridge. Now once done, all you need to do is to clean up a bit with the soften terrain tool. Now there is other way to do it, and it's not so different. The difference is only on the way you build the road. So here I will lower down a bit on the terrain, so it will be at the same level, and I will raise the road that we built to about 5 meters. Same with the other side of the road, and then from here we just need to build the bridge. Oops, I made a mistake, but it's easy fix. So now just need to build the bridge and you are done. Now let's move on to the other topic. So let's say you made a mess, something like this, and you want to fix it. And instead of fixing it, you're actually making it worse. But don't worry, there's a easy fix. So you want to use the slope terrain tool and click on the height, and then you just do the left click, and you see here that it actually started fixing itself. And let's finish it with the soften terrain tool. Now for the other slope here is the same. So we are going to flatten the terrain first, and then same, use the slope tools, and then we slope it, and we just need to soften it a bit to make it looks like nothing happened there, nothing ever happened. If the slope is small enough, you can just use the soften terrain tool and you should be good. So I guess that concludes our video today. I hope my tutorial helps you. Thank you for watching and goodbye.